23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. Tonight we are highlighting those in public safety who are rarely seen but are still there during some of your darkest hours. 23 ABC's Tori Cooper joins us in studio with the stories from local dispatchers detailing how they cope with the stressful aftermath of those life and death calls. Tori?
Jessica, this week law enforcement agencies all across the country are spending time showing gratitude to those who work in the telecommunications departments as part of their annual appreciation week. But what we don't always talk about is the post-traumatic stress dispatchers and call takers are dealing with day in and day out. So tonight we are sharing details on how our heroes in headsets are coping with some of the most difficult moments.
They are your behind-the-scenes heroes.
Like where we take calls of, rollovers with fires and people trapped in the vehicles, and that's a little bit hard to, shake off.
Who always sound calm when you call for emergency help.
You're hearing people screaming and they're hysterical because they're seeing it.
But people like California Highway Patrol dispatcher Cassandra Vidal and KCSO dispatcher Tammy Olinger are the ones who are listening to it.
After all the emergency's done is when I have that kind of, sometimes have a meltdown a little bit, whether it's just a moment to step outside the room, maybe shed a few tears. There's been a couple times I've walked down the hall and sobbed.
Although Olinger and Vidal both work for different law enforcement agencies in Kern County, they both say they are dealing with the same type of everyday stress behind the scenes.
Okay, just keep a safe distance. What type of vehicle is it?
One study conducted by the Journal of Traumatic Stress says the call most commonly identified as the one that is the worst for dispatchers to cope with is the unexpected injury or death of a child.
I mean, we've had every type of call you can think of. Usually the ones with children always are a little bit harder to digest.
Along with suicidal callers.
I was speaking to a woman who was in the Walker Basin area, and the deputy's response time was 30 minutes. And I stayed on the phone with her during that entire time.
And shootings involving their coworkers.
I've had an officer-involved shooting. That was pretty intense.
Both departments say they provide tools for them to cope through the post-traumatic stress after they hang up the phone.
There's the Employee Assistance Program, which is readily available to all employees. We have the Crisis Intervention Stress Management Team, and then we have peer support.
Both women agree the CISM team, or Critical Incident Management Unit, along with support from coworkers, plays an integral role in their mental stability at work.
A lot of times it's just that short talk with somebody who empathizes or has, maybe prior experience.
They also say the debriefing process after a traumatic call is extremely helpful.
It's closure. It's very tough to start an incident and you don't know how it unfolded. You don't know how it ended or what details, we're on this end, we're inside, we're safe. We don't know what happened on the other end. So it's good to kind of piece the story together.
But they say they push through it for more than just the appreciation others may express this week.
But it's knowing that we did a good job and that we were there when that person needed us.
Vidal and Olinger both agree that spending time with their family and working out are their main tools that they use to maintain balance at work. And talking to their coworkers at their job is their primary source of stability. But for more information, head to our website, turn to 23.com. Live in studio, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC News.